Good morning, dolls, and welcome to Little Gretchen's workshop. So today is one of those days I'm going to allow you to watch me play. Now I'm in the Rooming House Dollhouse Cafe, and I feel like I just need to tie up a few loose ends. I have quite a few accessories I've been saving to put in this room, and I thought it was high time that I go ahead and put them in place. The holidays are coming, and the dolls will be entertaining guests and people traveling, and they'll want to have refreshments and lunch and dinner and breakfast. So we need this area to be in order. Oh my, I found somebody's glasses. One of the dolls will be claiming that soon. I better put them in the lost and found. So now that I've removed all the furniture, you can get a good glance at this floor. And this was made with my egg carton technique for anyone interested in making a floor or bricks and stones. Definitely check that video out in my playlist. Now, I'm not sure how well the camera is picking it up, but I did want you dolls to see that I had aged this red door. And again, I do have a video when I aged it. And I've also added the doorknob and the mail slot to the door. And I added the mail slot on both sides. And also in a previous video, I added the stained glass cling to the window and the door. And I do need to make a curtain for this window as well. And dolls, I'm just holding my hand behind the stained glass window so you can kind of see the design on it. So that middle part doesn't have any stained glass, but the bottom part and the higher portion has a little stained glass cling on it just to give it a vintage look. So I will be making a little valance to cover up that open space. And again, notice dolls, the doors in this room are the same as the doors in the dining room. I thought they looked nice for the cafe. So let's get something on these walls and give this room some personality. These are some picture prints that I got as a free with purchase when I purchased from a vendor. I'm going to have to find the name of the person I purchased or got these free prints from, but I just framed them with popsicle sticks. But I thought that was a really nice still life. I really think it's a nice picture for a cafe. Now that shelf with the little plates on it, my dad made me that shelf. That was from my original dollhouse. It was from a real life miniatures kit, and I've had it all this time, but I think it's perfect in the cafe. I never found any place that it really fit before, but I think it works perfect here. I really like the feeling and the size of these pictures, that they're bigger and they take up some of the space on the wall so that it doesn't look so blank. Originally, I thought about a lot of little bitty pictures, but I think the two big pictures and the shelf with the plates really looks nice. I'm really struggling with getting these pictures straight. I'm going to leave them alone a minute and come back. I'll adjust them some more before we're done. I've been saving a lot of things a long time, but I did have a few items that were new. Now, this is the calendar that I got at the Lansing Doll Show a couple weeks ago. And I also got a really cool thermometer. And I think that's going to look really nice on the wall next to the calendar. I truly love little unexpected accessories like this. A calendar and a thermometer. That just looks perfect on the wall. And I think that would be something that would be very typical in a cafe or like a restaurant room. So I think that looks really cute and very authentic. Dolls, always keep in mind it's the details that really bring your dollhouse to life. I had a really small pearlized cross. I thought that looked really cute to be over the door. I'm definitely going to have to adjust it because it's not centered, but I really do like it. It adds a nice touch. Sometimes it's really awkward trying to decorate inside your dollhouse dolls because when you reach in to place things, you're reaching in at an angle and you're not placing things where you actually think you are. But for sure, your camera will tell you the truth. Okay, so let me start putting the tables and things back in so I can really see what's going on here, because there are things you really won't be able to tell until you actually get your main pieces in so you can determine what you like, what you don't like, what you need to change out, what you need to adjust. I am noticing I may need to run a little bit of dark paint or stain along the side of my door frame. I don't like seeing that white cast along the inside wall. You dolls may not even notice it, but I'm staring right at it. It's little things like that, dolls, that disrupt the fantasy. and I'm definitely going to have to correct that before I'm done. But let me get back to arranging my tables. So I just kind of wanted to make it look like maybe that breakfast was going on and maybe somebody was having a little pie or cake, and then there was another table with dishes and glasses on it where maybe they were cleaning up and possibly preparing for the lunch or dinner crowd. So I actually have not made new food for this room. I definitely will be doing that this month, but I'm actually just using some of the breakfast pieces that I had used in the rooming house kitchen previously, but because the ladies are in there baking and cooking, so I don't believe the dolls noticed, and I really don't think they mind that I'll be using the breakfast room plates in here for the time being. And dolls, this is another reason why I don't glue my things down, because I move them around. I actually do play. So I always want my things to be movable and changeable, so at a whim I can change my setting, take it to another room or put it on another table, and basically do whatever I want with it, which I wouldn't have that freedom if I glued my things down. But do what works best for you. Now that I've got the tables in, I do feel like there's still something missing. Then I remembered I had a couple little sconces. Now, these sconces actually don't work, dolls, but I really thought they would look nice in the cafe. So I just put one on each side of the double doors, and I think it added a nice touch. So dolls, don't be afraid to use lamps or lighting fixtures that don't actually work, but they're interesting to look at. So dolls, you can have things in your room that are there just to be beautiful. I really like the way this room turned out. It's looking pretty cozy in here now with all the accessories in, food on the table, the chairs, the things on the wall. Oh, dolls, I want to turn your attention. I'm going to just slowly pan over here because I do want you to see that I did add the curtain. And dolls, I went ahead and used that same little green silk that I used in the rooming house dining room. Now I just used the silk to make a very modest looking valance, but I did use that salvage edge fringe around the top and the bottom. But I just didn't want the curtain to be too fancy and detract from my lovely tablecloths. I wanted those to stand out because I really think it's fun that I used different colored tablecloths to suggest the modest means of the people of the house, but yet everything is clean, cozy, and welcoming. Now, I had considered putting a curtain or valance or shade on the window on the door, but I thought that would detract from the design of the door and the stained glass window. I may change my mind later, but right now I'm going to leave it plain. Now, I did have one more item I wanted to add to the room, dolls, because I felt like it needed a rug. Now, this is a lovely little tan rug that I bought a while back, and I think it'll be perfect, but I had to do something about that white fringe. So I just took a little thin acrylic paint wash and brushed it over those fringes, and I just think that makes it look a little bit more natural. I really think that was a great finishing touch. Let me adjust the camera so you dolls can see. I had to make sure the door cleared and that the rug didn't disrupt opening and closing the door. I really do like that rug there, but I might actually still need a doormat. Well, that's another project for my list, dolls. Now, if you've enjoyed this video today, definitely let me know in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe, and always look for me on Mondays and Wednesdays after 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Dolls, I have bundles of things to share with you before the holidays, so make sure you stay tuned. And I'm looking forward to seeing you on the next episode of Little Gretchen's Workshop. Bye bye now, dolls.